Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my EachWay Lucky15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing, as usual here on the channel. If you're brand new to Lucky15, welcome to the channel. In September this year I am going back to university to study a master's degree in sports broadcasting journalism, and at the end of it I'd love to become a horse racing journalist, and that's why I created the channel. I just give tips every day in the format of an EachWay Lucky15 bet, and I created the channel to just get some confidence and experience in uploading content every day regarding horse racing, and just to share with you my passion and experience and knowledge of horse racing. So thanks to all the subscribers so far, and please continue to support me because I do have some big plans for this channel. In the future, I'd like to get out to some stables if I can to show you the behind the scenes of horse racing, which I think is quite a misunderstood sport, and the more content there can be out there to show people what horse racing is all about, and away from sometimes the betting and the winning side of horse racing, the more likely we can to persuade people's minds. But that's a long-term goal, but I need your help, and I need you to subscribe to the channel. The more followers I get, the more credibility I can have to approach these trainers so we can get some videos with them. So please continue to support our journey. But anyway, I'm just going to go through on how today's selections ran. It wasn't the best day we've ever had. It was a bit of a mixed bag, if I'm honest. Our Nat Bilston Brook at Sandown was running very well towards the last furlong or so, and I thought it was going to win, but to Janice and another horse came steaming home, and I don't think Bilston Brook will run out of puff, as it were, but I just don't think... I think it was there a little bit too early, in my opinion, on its positioning, because it was always riding really nicely, and then when it hit the front, I think it didn't really know what to do. The jockey kept working hard at it, but I don't think it was all flat out, in my opinion, and maybe... I'm not dissing Sean Levy here, but maybe a better jockey on board might have seen it home. But anyway, it ran a fair race, and there could be a lot more improvement to come in that horse. So at 5-1 when we backed it, there was a lot of market support through the day, and it did justify that it ran well, but it just couldn't finish off and hold on for the win. So that one finished back in third place. Our other selections that ran today were Pilgrim's Treasure at Newbury, that was back in midfield. Same with our selection over at Leopardstown in Ireland, with Easter Lily, that finished in the pack in about 5th place, I think it was, in the end. And then our other runner, the Robert Cowell trained horse at Newbury in the 805, became a non-runner. So we didn't have a full house of selections run today, but hopefully we can bounce back tomorrow and get a few more winners. We've had a few winners on the channel of late, but just like one or two. It'd be nice to get a few more up on the channel. And I'm just going to go through on how how tomorrow's selections, I should say, rather, should hopefully fare for us tomorrow, and the ones that caught my eye and I thought that were of interest. And there's quite a few good cards on tomorrow. The two that we're going to be focusing tomorrow, the cards will be Ascot and York, and our first selection tomorrow on our EachWay Lucky15 is going to be my Nap and Longshot all in one go, so I'm putting my head on the line, as it were. And the horse that I'm going to go for here is in the 320, and it's called Whispering Bell, trained by John Gosden, and it's going to be ridden tomorrow by Kieran Schumark, who's a very good and upcoming jockey. We did a vlog, if you want to check that one out, who's the better jockey, Ryan Moore, Frankie Dettori, yesterday, and it's already had some comments on there and people have expressed their views. And also I asked the question as well, what other upcoming jockeys were there, and I did actually forget to mention Kieran Schumark. I see one of you guys mentioned in the comments box below, and he's definitely, I believe, a good up and coming jockey. But away from Kieran, as a positive factor here, this horse is quite interesting on paper. It won with bags in hand on its seasonal reappearance, and a maiden at Windsor, beating a lot of protege by Galileo, and this horse actually is by Galileo. Also as well, the dam sire is a horse called Exceed and Excel, and that sire has got a great record at producing winners at Ascot, especially over the sprint distances, and I thought this horse had a great pedigree, and I thought it could be really interesting. It's still very unexposed, and at 12-1 I thought that was definitely a good price, and this could be the surprise package in the race, and I thought 12-1 that could definitely run a good race, and that's going to be my Nap and my Longshot for tomorrow. I'm putting my head on the line line, as it were, and Whispering Bell is going to be our first selection tomorrow in the 320 at Ascot. We then go over to the 425 at Ascot in a bit of a wide open handicap, and the horse we've gone for here is a horse called Copper Knight, trained by Tim Easterby. One of the conditional jockeys he uses, Rachel Richardson, who's by no means a bad conditional jockey, will be able to use our £3 claimant here. This horse is the highest rated horse in the race off a mark of 101, but it won't be too far in the weights tomorrow. It won't be giving too much weight to a lot of its other competitors, and I thought this horse could maybe bounce back after a disappointing effort at York in a listed race last time out. Prior to that, being running very well, it notched up a couple of wins and a few good places here and there, and I thought 10 to 1 tomorrow, if it can put that York run behind itself, it could definitely feature in this race tomorrow, and I thought 10 to 1, that wasn't a bad price for this horse to make the frame. So that's going to be our second selection tomorrow, Copper Knight in the 425 at Ascot. We then go over to York in the 730, which is another listed race tomorrow, and the horse that we've gone for here is a horse called Ajman Princess, trained by Roger Varian. One of the jockeys he uses, Harry Bentley, takes a ride, and this horse is quite interesting as well. It's been running pretty well of late, a few good thirds recently, and earlier this year it won a listed race at Goodwood in quite nice style. This horse is currently 3 to 1 with bookmakers at the moment, currently the favourite, but I thought this horse is definitely probably the one to beat in the race tomorrow, and I thought at 3 to 1 that wasn't a bad price. Roger Varian's a very good trainer, and this horse has been running very well of late, and I thought, because it's going to be not giving too much weight away, I thought this horse had a good chance of definitely being in contention tomorrow, and Ajman Princess is going to be our third selection at York. Tomorrow in the 730, our last selection tomorrow in our EachWay Lucky15 tomorrow sees a stay at York in the 8 o'clock, and the horse that we've gone for here is a horse that is the favourite, by no means a bad favourite, I believe. It's a horse which I hope I can pronounce the name right. It's called Khabertation, which is trained by David O'Meara, who between 2012 and I think it was 2015 won every single run-in of that race, and again it's got a good strong contender in it tomorrow. This horse has only had one start, and quite unusual, ran on a racecourse debut on the flat a few weeks ago at Thirsk, where it absolutely tore up the field and beat a really short price favourite, which was 4 to 11 on that day. I think that was a Godolphin runner, but it absolutely bolted up. I think it won by about 6 lengths or so and didn't really give that much away. It's been rated 93, which you could argue is quite a tough opening market for this horse, but with David O'Meara's good strike rate in this race, especially over recent years, Daniel Tudhope as well is having a really good season, riding a lot of winners, not just for David O'Meara, but a lot of other good trainers. I thought this horse tomorrow at 5 to 1, which I thought wasn't a bad price, could be a good shout for this race tomorrow. So that's going to be our last selection at York tomorrow. But anyway, if you've had a good day in your horse racing tips, let us know in the comments box below. Also as well, please follow us on Twitter and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already at Lucky15. We're really active on Twitter, so if you don't follow us there, take a look at us and follow us if you want to. We're also on Facebook as well, which is something I will try and get around to maybe being more active on there, because we haven't been active very much on our Facebook page recently, but that's something I will try and address soon. Also as well, gamble responsibly. I don't want you losing too much of money on my tips, so watch what you put down, and yeah, hope you'll have a good day tomorrow. We'll be back for tomorrow's selections for the big race on Saturday in the King George and Queen Elizabeth Stakes, so that can be a interesting vlog there. See which horse I go for. Depending on conditions, I might go for a big outsider, so that's just a bit of a teaser there. But anyway, hope you have a good day on your betting and punting tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.